Good morning. This is my Monday morning recap of my sermon that I preached just yesterday. Preached at the end of James chapter 1. And in James 1, James kind of talks about three different things. He talks about anger, he talks about hearing and doing the word, and then he talks about true religion. And the first part is anger. And I almost titled the sermon Faith When I'm Triggered, but I titled Hear and Do. And faith when I'm triggered. What are triggers? Triggers are things that happen in our life that make us angry. And when you are triggered, James tells us you must be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. You must process what's going on, because if you don't process it, if you don't listen first, you are more prone to say things that you regret. You're prone to say things like, you always do this, or you never do this. And when you say things like that, they're often not true, because very rarely is somebody never doing something or always doing something. But you could say things that you don't regret. I know that in marriage we could say things that we don't mean, we should not say, and we regret, and we have to go back and apologize for it. And what anger does, though, is it often reveals who we love and what we love. And those who are often closest to us, we get angry with the most. They see the worst of us. And James is telling us that when you experience hardship, when you experience difficult circumstance, a trial, you must slow down. Slow down. And then the second part, he talks about hearing and doing the word. There is a connection between our anger and the filth and rampant wickedness of the world. That's what James says. He says to slow down, but then he says to put away rampant wickedness and filthiness from our heart, because we're either going to be filling our heart with the world, or we're going to be filling our heart with the word. And we all need to make that decision. In our trial, in our testing and the hardship, will we fill our life with the world, or will we fill our life with the word? And James says the word, it has the ability to save our souls. The implanted word has the ability to save our souls. And then the last part talks about true religion. And yesterday I mentioned that Christianity is a religion. It's often said within Christendom that Christianity is not a religion, it's a relationship. And while that's all kind of, cute and everything, I know that there's some truth to that. See, the thing is that was a Gen X's method in communication as far as evangelism goes. That's what it was. And then often the Gen X, the way they communicated that is it kind of poured down into the millennial generation through evangelism and through parenting and through discipleship. But it really comes from this older generation, that it's not about religion, it's a relationship. Now, yes, it's true in the sense of what it means. Usually when people say this, they're saying that religion is about faith and works to be saved, but our faith, Christian faith, is about a relationship that saves. And that's true. But there is no getting past the fact that Christianity is a religion. It's true. It's in the religion category. The difference is that Christianity is the one true religion. It's the one true one. And I mentioned yesterday that there is a generation out there called Gen Z. Now, I'm a millennial generation, and I think Gen Z are those who were not born when 9/11 happened. There's a whole generation called Gen Z, and they're a younger generation, and to them, they don't get the whole Christianity is not a religion thing. In fact, to them, God is not a personal being, so they don't get the whole statement, Christianity is not a religion, it's about a relationship. And see, they don't get that because to them, God is a concept. He's not necessarily a personal being, more so of a concept and an idea in which can be molded and evolves over time. And we're seeing that in the culture today. People have this idea of God and that he changes. As I change and society changes, so God changes with it. So James tells us, though, that this is true religion, to visit the widows and orphans. In essence, to look out for them, to care for them. So in other words, the principle is that we are called in our hardship, the way not to be angry and then to be triggered, not to produce the unrighteous anger of man, is to slow down It's to put away filthiness and be filled with the word, hear and do the word. And 3, it's to look out for those who are in affliction, who's got it harder than you, and to care for them. Because sometimes when we're in a trial, our mind can be so focused and consumed with what's going on in our own life that we don't actually pay attention to what's going around us. And as a result, does not produce the righteousness of God, but produces the unrighteousness of man. I hope you have a great morning. Just wanted to encourage you with that today. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If you need prayer, I love to pray with you. But I hope you have a good rest of your day.